live. Good
Ooh.
evening, everybody. What's going on? We got UK Big Dan in the house, 3B Fishing in the house, JT Outdoors, Carolina Catfish Hunter, Fishing with John. Matt is in the house. Eric Davis will be late. Forgot bait. Don't need bait for the night. We are on time. Skull Rush is in the house. Brian B. John Euler. What's going on, guys? We got Chunky Cats fishing in the house. Darlene. Big John in the house. Appreciate you guys. 32 awesome people already in the house, man. And of course, we got the hostess, co-hostess with the mostest. Two stands over
What's
here.
up?
Mac Fishing in the house, 937. Mike Pontoon Jody, the Zebra Cake Queen, is in the house. New Dad 2013. What's going on? David Kennedy, Buck Williams. Please hit that like button, folks, if you haven't already. Appreciate that, Buck. Thank you, guys. Uh-oh. Let me turn my volume down. I just had to check something, make sure that we was good.
There's 3B out there. Joe Ziegler, VLB Fishing. How's it going? How's it going? There's 1 Ton Fishing Club. Art, how are you, my friend?
All right, we 1 ton certified. I got the hat on, got the new merch, got the 1 ton hat. This
1-tonner for life.
Weighing my head down. All right, where we at? I'm
you
here.
See Chunky out there already? He's throwing smoke already. I'm here, stinky ass.
That rookie, man, can't even cast a bait caster over there, man. Sheesh. I was trying to get Mark last minute. I was trying to fire Chunky, man. I was trying to fire him. Anetta's in the house. What's going on? CVA. What's up, CVA? Appreciate you guys coming in here. Man, but without further ado, let's get into what you guys are here for. We are doing now. This isn't something new. It started like 3 months ago, 2 months ago. A lot of people signed up for it in the beginning when it was the free tournament, but once we went into that price range, a lot of people dropped off. But I'm now going to be on the bank fishing for the winter. I'm putting that kayak up unless it's going to be some really nice, warm, sunny days. Other than that, I'm be on the bank fishing. So I reached out to Mike this morning. Was like, "Yo, Mike, let's can we set up a bank tournament for December?" He was like, "If you can bring 5 people, we'll do it." So then I hit up my people. I hit up Stan's people. Stan hit up his people, and our people did some things, and we already got 7 people signed up, guys. We already got 7 people signed up for the tournament. Now, what tournament is it that you ask? Well, let's go ahead and bring it on up here.
You got to have people.
You got to have people. Shout out from Ohio to my guy Has Shadow Outdoors in the house. This is the Do You Has What It Takes Bank Edition, guys. It starts December 1st. Right here, you guys can see it. Well, let me get over to this screen so that you guys can see. December 1st, 2021 at midnight, and it runs all the way through December 31st, 2021 at midnight. This is not a live stream tournament. This is a fish. Whenever you go fishing, fish whenever you can, whenever you go fishing. Just take your bump board out there with you, take pictures of the fish you catch, and submit them. That's all you have to do. It's very simple, very easy. The rules are simple to follow. First, let's cover the entry fee. It's a $40 entry fee. $30 goes towards the main pot, and $10 is for the big fish pot. And it is your 5 biggest fish by length for the whole month of December. Bank only means that you obtain it by foot. You cannot use a boat to access the bank spot. You cannot use a kayak to access the bank spot. You have to physically walk to your bank spot. No private ponds, of course, absolutely no pay lakes. There is GPS in the photo verification, so we will know if you're fishing somewhere you're not supposed to be. It is a 4 rod limit. That's a happy median between everybody. I know me personally, I'm fishing in DC. It's a 3 rod limit. I know Stan's in Virginia. It's unlimited rods. Most states are in between that 2 to unlimited range, really. But 4 rides is the happy median. 2 hooks per ride limit. So if you are in a state where you can only fish 2 rods, you can still put 2 hooks out there to kind of keep up with everybody else. And the qualifying measuring boards is so we have a musky bumper board, which Stan, if you would like to show, let me blow Stan up real quick.
Well, this is the there we go. This is the musky bumper.
It is 60 inches. It folds in half right there at the crease. 60 inches by 4 inches, I believe.
And what a lot of the kayak, when they do it in the kayak, they add this rail on there. That way it locks it open so they can set it across the kayak. But that's so this is it. There's the bump board right there. You can see how wide it is. And it's 60 inches long.
Yes.
So from the bank, that's very simple to you lay that down on the bank, get your fish on there, and
okay, 10 inches wide. I'm sorry, it's 10 inches wide. So let's go over the first option, guys. We'll go over the first option for your bump board, and it will be here we go.
What's up, Dan?
The fat board that he's talking about right here, this is a 60-inch fat board, 10 inches wide, 60 inches long. It folds in half, and it's $94.99. You can also go with the bump and go version. This is 60 inches by 4 inches, and it does not fold in half, so you will have a hose. This is pretty long, but if you have like a cart that you put it in, you can put that in there. You can also go with the sticker version, which is 4 inches by 60 inches, and you can make your own board, and that's $19.99. Buck Williams, he posted up the link to that, as well as in the description of this, we have the link to the musky bumper. Now we also have a second option, which Stan has over there. This is a cheaper option, and it is I put the Amazon link in the description below, and it is $16, I believe, and it folds into 4 pieces.
And this one is actually Dan's. I got to get that back to him, or actually just get him a new one.
Yes, Mr. Kitty, I am doing the tournament.
But
this one is a cheaper option. It's a little harder to measure the fish on there because the board is so narrow. But from the bank, you shouldn't have too much challenges trying to measure that fish. Just make sure you get a good picture because it is a dark board with dark numbers on it. It has a great background. Make sure you have enough lighting. And also, yes, that it does have a short fence. Dan, show them what do you mean by fence on that bumper board. Right there. That fence right there, that's about 2 inches. Now, when you have these big catfish that are, 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds, you want that fence to come up about right there. So if you can modify that to add a fence, add some type of wood there to make it go up. So that way you get a better picture of it. But it has to be touching that or going over. It could go over, and you will lose some inches if it goes over. So just showing you guys what would be any issues with using that type of board.
And just for comparison, this is why people say the musky board. That's just the comparison. The musky bumper, you could set that whole catfish right up on there. This one, you're trying to balance it on that little bitty narrow board. So
yeah, definitely from the kayak, that's a no-go. It ain't gonna happen. But from the bank, you should have no problems, no issues. Let's go back up over here. And on Amazon right here, the Rapala 60-inch board, $13.99 on Amazon. You can get that free Amazon shipping straight to your door. And it'll be there in time for the start of the tournament. December 1st is the start of the tournament. Thank you, guys. We got 80 people in the house. I appreciate you guys. I'm just trying to get through this information so that the people that aren't here watching, they get to watch it right in the beginning. Then let's go over. So the rules are the musky bumper board, you're going to take a picture of it. Now, what is this picture going to look like? Boom, right here. Tony Harrison. He's been in the bank tournaments every single month since we've had him. Your board's laying flat on the ground. You're going to lay the fish on the side, left side. So then you see the nose of the fish is touching the board, and then you're going to go to the tail of the fish right there. That's a 38-inch fish. And you have this card right here. Now, at the beginning of every month, there's going to be a new number, a new name, or whatever it is. This one for this month is Ohio's identifier. So as long as you have this Ohio identifier in the picture, your fish are valid. Right here, Ohio, your fish are valid. So that's how you do it. You take a picture of the fish, and then you go release it, and then you upload it, and then you're going to submit it. Let me see if I could show you guys. This is an old tournament, so I won't be able to show you guys, but there'll be a submit button. Right under here, like on the Chaos app, there'll be a submit button. Boom, you're gonna hit submit, and then you're gonna type in what kind of fish it is, flathead, blue, or channel cat, and then you're gonna type in the length, and then you're gonna upload the picture. So you type in the length, and you're gonna upload the picture, and then the tournament director, which is Kayak Mike, he'll go back in and verify and make sure that all fish are as they say they are. Now, this right here is an example of how the tournament is going to go. As soon as you enter your fish in, it's going to upload, and it's going to automatically calculate. It's going to take care of everything for you, and it's going to put you guys into places. It's going to have the big fish over here on one side, and it's going to have your leaderboard for this. In this instance, it was 3 biggest fish. And yeah, I did beat Dan in this one. I had to go find one that I beat Dan in. Oh man, I had to throw some smoke. And how the payout goes is, let's see here. I know I have it up here somewhere. Right here. Here's how the payout goes. So we have first place, 1 through 4 anglers. First place goes 100% money back. Right now we are in that 5 to 8 anglers. So we have 7 anglers signed up right now. So 100% is going to go to the first place, and then second place will get their money back. So that means the tournament buy-in is $40. You'll get $40 for your money back. And you must have had to look pretty hard. I didn't. It was right. It was last month, Dan. I didn't have to look hard at all. And then when we go up to 9 to 14 anglers, the payout goes 70% to first place, 30% to second place, and then third place gets their money back. So forth and so on. So the more anglers that come into the tournament, obviously the more money that's in the pot, and also the more places that get paid out. And I also have some sponsors for the tournament too. If this wasn't already juicy enough, I had to go and make it better. We got Catfish Clothing that's gonna be donating 2 beanies, one to first place and one to second place. I was talking on the phone with Chris today. I was like, it's wintertime. A lot of people are wearing beanies. You got any beanies? So he had a few left. So I got a hold of all of them. So we're good. We're going to be giving those out to first and second place. Uncle Lou is giving away a ride for the biggest fish. So whoever catches the biggest fish for the tournament is going to win an Uncle Lou's ride. And for the first non-money place. And what I mean by that is, let me bring this back up. So let's say right now we are in the 5 to 8 anglers. So you have first place gets money, second place gets money. Third place is that the next highest person up that's not getting any money. They will win a terminal tackle pack from Uncle Lou. So that way we still get a payout to the next place. So let's say we get 9 to 14 anglers. That Uncle Lou pack will go to the 4th place. Or if we get 15 to 19 anglers, that Uncle Lou pack will go to the 5th place person. So just to add some perks into this and have some fun, of course, I would be fishing in it. And we also have, let me go over who's fishing in it right now. We have 7 anglers signed up. You got DC Metro, you got Ace Dandridge, you got Big Mike, you got myself, you got Fishing Magician 2.0, you got Brian B, and you got Bexy signed up right now for the tournament. I believe, Stan, are you going to be signing up for the tournament? Stan is going to be signing up tournament as well. And there's going to be some other people signing up too. If
We
you want
probably
to sign
signing up
up,
for both tournaments.
the link is in the description below, so you can sign up. It is $40. You download the app Fishing Chaos. It's $40 plus a like $2.99 like fee, which I pay like the monthly thing for because I be signing up for so many tournaments using this app. But you don't have to do that because this is the only tournament you guys are going to be signing up for.
But here's another good thing about that app. It's a picture log of the fish that you catch, and they have other plans for that app in the future. But every fish you catch, you can take pictures of it, and it'll track all the fish you catch. It'll keep it right there on the log, right on the app, so you can easily go back through and see how many fish you caught that month, what size, et cetera, et cetera. They have plans on adding some other things to it where it'll keep track of barometric pressure and all that other garbage that we talk about all the time. But that's hasn't happened yet. But that app is good for all that stuff.
Freddie says, "What? Brian B from the bank? Okay, I might have to get on this now, man. We're gonna have fun out there. I'm gonna be bank fishing the whole. When I do go out there now, it is a month-long tournament, so you can go out there and fish every day, or you can go out there and fish every weekend. Like me myself, I'll probably do once a week. I go out there and do once a week and see how try to compete and try to keep up with whoever's in first place. Sometimes you may put in a little extra, a little more time than that. But if you're already out there fishing, you're already out there bank fishing, just have some fun. Come and join in on the smoke. We may have some live tournaments throughout December that we just pop up and promote with people that are in the Fishing Chaos app, and have some fun. With every tournament, there's endless smack talk included for free. Absolutely, there's always going to be some endless free smack talk. And we want to grow. We want to grow and get more people hip to these online fishing tournaments. Dan from Green Machine Outdoors, he's been doing it since 2019. Kayak Mike, he's been doing it even longer than that. Kayak Mike is the one who puts all this stuff together. I've been fishing in the kayak tournaments using the Fishing Chaos app for the last 3 months. But we would do it from the bank now. Also, Dan is also running one from the boat too as well. So if this interests you, but you're not a bank fisherman and you want to get into the boat tournament, go on over to Dan's channel. He has the link up there. It's also all in the let me show you guys just how you can get to this too. Let me add this back up real quick.
Because there is boat anglers. I see a lot of boat anglers out there too. The boat angler, the boat one is a $100 entry fee. So the prize, depending on how many people enter.
So when you go on the Fishing Chaos app right here, this is exactly how the app will look too. If you want to see any other tournaments that are going on, you're going to go down to club. You click on club, and then you're going to look for the kayak catfishing tournaments. This is the club that we're in. All the tournaments are going to be inside of this club right here. And then you're going to be clicking on the month-long events, and you will see a December boat tournament right there. Boom. And then right next to it, you have the December bank tournament. The Do You Has What It Takes bank tournament. The boat tournament is $100 entry. Right now, they only have Dan, so we're trying to get some more people in that too as well. So if you know anybody who's out there in the boat who doesn't fish from the bank, wants to do it from the boat, you can do that as well. Also, guys that are doing the bank tournaments, now the only rods that are going to count are your rods. So let's say you're like me who goes out there fishing with my brother. He's going to be coming out there with me in December. Any fish that I catch on my rods are going to count, but any fish that my brother catches, I'm not going to be able to submit. It's only the fish that are on your rods that you catch. Whatever rods that you limit, your 3 rods or your 4 rods that you set aside for yourself, that's how that's going to work. So that way you can still go out there and fish. You can still fish with other people, but only the rods that you have are going to be counted. That's it. Boys, just go ahead and give me the winners for the biggest fish. Jody is coming in it too. I can't wait. We got Jody coming in, Stan is coming in. There's gonna be some more. We're gonna definitely get some more people signed up for sure. I want to get over 10. Let's get over 10. Uncle Lou's in the house.
I would really like to see both tournaments just filling up. You know, if you're a boat angler, that's a good the boat one. That's a good way to do that. It really makes you, if you want to improve your fishing, there's nothing that's going to improve it more than putting a little money on the line, and it forces you to get out there other times where you might have not gone.
Yeah,
and you'll get out there. It'll definitely increase you. Your fishing
to motivate you. We motivate each other. I talk trash to Dan all the time, even though, like, if I'm beating Dan and I'm in front of him, then I'm talking trash to him. I'm talking trash to Stan. Like, whoa, what are y'all doing, man? Y'all need to catch up. Or Dan's talking trash to me, and we motivate each other. You know, it's not like it's a lot of money. $40. I mean, you know, it is. You know, it's some money, but it's not anything over the top. And we just got to have fun. And there is a prize at the end of it. You know, first place, second place, third place, depending on how many people come in it. But we're just gonna have fun. You know, we're gonna go out there. It's all friendly. It's just another way. I like to bet. You know, I like to bet. You know, a lot of people in the community, they like to wager and put some money up. And this is just a way for everybody to be able to participate, not just the live stream YouTubers, but the subscribers too as well that don't do live streams that want to be able to fish against us too. This is just another element that we add to our tool that you guys will be able to fish up against us with.
Yeah,
$1.33 per day for a month-long event, a month-long tourney. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all.
And there will be some YouTube recognition going forth with both these tournaments. So.
Carolina Catfish Hunter says he's gonna sign up. He's game too. So we got somebody else right there.
Awesome.
Fishing with the Chick is in the house. We got 85 people in the house. What's going on? Oh man, I appreciate you guys coming up here. Brian B, you can pull on up. I'm also gonna let me send the link to Dan too as well, just in case, because he's been at this a lot longer than me. Just in case he's missed anything he wants to add to it as well, he can add.
And then he can talk a little bit more about the boat one too. Now, I don't think. Am I correct? Is the yak one not on for next month?
No, the yak is done for the winter. The yak one is done.
So there you go. James Coronado out there is asking, can I enter the yak competition if I got a one-man 9-foot pontoon boat? That would actually be the boat. That would be the boat competition for next month. You can sign up for that one.
Yes, you can sign up for the boat. So now we have a boat tournament because a lot of people were trying to get in on the kayak tournament with boats. Now there's a boat tournament. And we want to grow that one too. We want to grow all platforms. So we have a bank tournament, kayak tournament, boat tournament. We have one that fits everybody's needs, however you fish. The good thing is everybody has a bank, you know, no matter what. That's how we all started off. We all started off at the bank. I go bank and kayak and boat, you know, sometimes, but I love fishing for that. Somebody said, who was it? Smoke. Potomac River Monster says he hasn't seen that picture in a couple days.
It's over there. I'll grab it in a minute.
Fishing with UK. We do not have it globally right now. Now, that's not to say that this isn't something that could be a possibility in the future. That's something that we have to look into. But right now, it's just a United States tournament. But man, if you guys pulling in those whales cats, it's gonna be hard to compete with those.
Hey, Haz, you want me to send the link? Oh, Freddie just said that there it is. Freddie just entered, so that's one more person.
Awesome. Is there a tourney going on? Yes, Mina Harris. This is what we're talking about. This is a month-long bank catfishing tourney that's open to anybody and everybody. The link is in the description for how you sign up. It's $40 entry fee. Stan, did you want to say something?
Well, I was just gonna say there is no live tournament right now because I saw that he's based on the title month-long bank tourney. What we're doing is in December. There's always tournaments going on. on kayak catfishing tournaments, and we're trying to kind of bring it out there. The bank tournament had been brought up. Dan was really at the forefront of trying to get more people involved with this. He's done the kayak one. You saw Haz jump in the kayak one, and it was limited though because you had to have the kayak to get into those tournaments. Dan had been talking with Kayak Mike for a long time about trying to do it. Haz jumping into that now and trying to bring that to the bank and get more people. Boom, boom, bam. James Coronado with the $5. That Wells cat will take us out.
Absolutely. That'll be a 200-inch catfish right there.
But
appreciate the $5, man. Appreciate the $5. All right, we got some people backstage. Boom, boom.
What up?
There we go. Oh, he got
There's more than one now.
Surgeon picture.
Here we go.
There you go, PRM. There's two of us now, Brian.
It's all right, Mr. Kitty. Join in when you can. But that Rapala board, it's the second link or third link in my description. That's a $13.99 option, so it's a lot cheaper option than having to go with the.
I got the third option too,
and he has the third option, the catch board. Now keep in mind with this board, it goes up to 48 inches. So if you catch a fish that's 49 or 50 inches, only 48 inches will count. But that's good for most waters right there.
Yeah, and I actually had a conversation with Catch there, and they made a taller fence for me. So this is an aftermarket fence. You can see it's a different color. So you really want to have at least 5 inches there, otherwise the snout of the fish is a big problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't use this much. It's not long enough for my fish.
Yeah. Dan catches 50-inch goobers over there on the James River. So if he had a board like that, it would only been a 48-inch goober with inches to spare.
Yep.
What's going on, Brian? A lot of people are surprised.
Oh yeah. See, they gotta remember I started
on the bank, son.
Started on the bank.
That's right. We start on the bank. We do get off on the waters and we're able to target fish more and easier, but we love bank fishing. And Jody is gonna add to the prize for the winner. She's gonna throw in a box of Little Debbie cakes to the winner.
Oh, I'm winning there.
I can't wait. I'm gonna win.
Oh, it's on now. Little Debbie, some zebra cakes.
Some zebra
going
cakes.
Down, Brian. You going down.
Y'all can keep the money. I want the zebra cakes.
If you click the link and then you click register, Mac Fishing, you click register. When you click the link, it is
share it again. We got 2 more people registered.
Yep, Freddie registered.
We at 9 now. Let me add this back into the stream. So you see that green button right there? You're gonna click on that and you're gonna click register, and then you're gonna create an account. And boom, once you do all that, it's gonna ask you to sign up, agree to the rules, hit yes, and then you're gonna add in your debit card, and then boom, you're in. That's it. Real simple. Now we got Freddie is in the house, and who was it? Tony Harrison, who's winning the bank tournament right now from last month. He's in it too as well. So Tony's been, I think he won it the last 2 months. Tony Harrison has won the bank tournament. So we got to take Tony out. We got to take Tony out.
Move over. Get out the way.
Competition's on now.
And then that's going to move us up to the next bracket too as well with the payout structure. Now we're going to have first place 70%, second place 30%, third place money back. So that's a good payout structure right there. Dan, you want to talk about the boat tournament or anything else you wanted to add to?
Yeah, you can bring heaters out in the boat, and it's nice and cozy out there. Come on in.
Yeah.
You can find a whole lot more fish from the water than you can from the bank.
Luna 27.
This is true.
Buck Williams just dropped the Rapala link right above you. He's also dropped the Muskie bumping board link. Also in my description, I have the where to sign up at and the 2 boards, the Rapala board and the Muskie bumping board. Now you can pick and choose with the musky bumping board. You can get the bump and go, which is a 60-inch flat board. It's like $54.99, or you can get the one that folds. That's like $84.99, and then you can get the fat board. That's a little longer. You don't really need the fat boy from the bank. It really helps us out on the kayak trying to balance those fish. From the bank, you'll be fine with just the regular 4-inch.
I think the one that makes the most sense for the bank is the bump and go. Cost effective, and it'll get the job done.
Cost effective. The Rapala bump and go is great. It
It's
folds
good
up.
in an inch, yeah, but I would definitely make sure if you want to compete, you want to have that full length of every fish. So I would definitely get that some kind of musky bumper, and they float.
Yeah, they float too. Which
Yeah, the Rapalas don't float.
When you're out in the kayak, it's a small space and stuff's gonna go falling in the water for sure. I've had my catfish knock my phone out of my hand when I was taking a picture of it, but that's why you have it tethered to your vest or tethered to something.
Dan, I don't know if you saw it there. Travis Young said he sent you an email.
Yeah, I got him.
Nice. Travis Young is in the house. We got 82 awesome people in the house. So we can do our 1v1 beer challenge by doing it from the bank, Freddie says. Woo!
We already came to that decision.
Why don't you guys do it like this? Why don't you guys do it like this? Whoever beats whoever between Freddie and Brian in the bank tournament. So at the end of the month, whoever's higher, the loser has to shave their beard.
There you go.
The loser has to shave their beard. Because it's going to be ended December 31st, and Freddie said he can shave it January 5th. So you just have to wait 5 days and he can shave the beard.
Yeah.
Now, Dan, there is a little differences with the boat tournament. You want to tell them the difference?
Yeah, for sure. So when you register for the boat tournament, you're registering your boat. So one thing that's really attractive to me about that is I can spend a lot more time fishing with friends or take Courtney out or my parents when they come to town for Christmas or anything like that. And whatever fish are caught on the boat, they count towards the tournament, whether I physically reeled it in or not. So it's just a fish that counts to the boat, almost like a charter would be. So
okay, nice. What's the rod limit is there a rod limit?
It's unlimited. It's whatever your state allows. So
okay, gotcha. And most waters from the boat are unlimited, I think.
Yep.
Majority of the time.
Yeah, and even the states that have limited rods, they usually extend that. Even the ones that do have a limit from a boat, it's more than from the bank. So I know some states it's like 4 or 6 rods from the boat when they only allow like 2 or 3 from the bank. So.
And a lot of it, if it's limited per angler. So if it's like 2 rods per angler, if you have 3 guys on the boat, that's 6 rods. There you go.
Yep, that's true too.
Mac is no club. Once you click on the link in the description or the one I just put up, it'll bring you right to that page. Just click register.
Yeah. Brian B put the link up right here. So if you click on it, it'll take you right to it. The club itself, though, is the Kayak Catfishing Club. And then you're going to go to month-long tournaments if you're going that way. But if you just click on that link, it'll take you right to it.
And just so that everybody's clear, there is only Buck Williams said, I know he's making a joke about it, that you can't use a Sears and Roebuck yardstick, but you have to have one of the approved boards to measure the fish on. So the cheap version, the Rapala, is $16 normal. I think Dan finds them on sale for
$13 right now on Amazon.
And, that's lightweight. That'll go right in a bag. It'll go in a backpack.
Yeah. That's
now there is talk of this is eventually going to be the only board allowed, but for right now, this one is this is the $90 one. The $50 one of this, it's from Musky Bumper. The $50 version of this fold isn't there. So it's just a 60-inch long board from in to the rail.
Yep.
So, but a lot of times you're on the bank, you've got the cart or whatnot. You can slide this right inside the cart. And there is the other option is the $20 tape. It's a sticker that you would actually mount on your own board. With that one, though, you have to send video proof to Kayak Mike of its accuracy. So that's and the catch board is still allowed too, right?
Yeah, for now. Eventually, everything's going to move to the musky bumper, most likely. So if you're going to spend money, it makes the most sense to buy the musky bumper. Buy once.
Yeah.
Eventually, this is going to be the board. Anything from this company is going to be what's allowed in any of the tournaments from KCT.
And the really cool thing about the musky bumpers is you can custom make your own stickers for them. So if you have a logo you want to put on there or a sponsor or anything, they can put that right in the sticker, and you work with the artist and they kind of design that whole thing. So I've got a brand new one with my logo on there that I just haven't taken out yet. So they do a lot of nice work. But if
I got the sweet doggy board on mine too as well. Now I will say it takes a little longer for them to do that because they have to go in and design and all that stuff. So if you were to go that route, you can get in contact with the owner. His email is on that website. You would have to do it like right now to have it by December 1st, though. It'll be something that you have to do.
Yeah, and the other thing with musky bumper is they don't typically ship with that 5.5-inch fence. It's more like a 3-inch fence. So if you're planning on catching big catfish with it, you want to ask him for the taller fence, and he'll know what you mean. Say you're catfishing, you want the tall fence. He's given us a ton of boards and done that option for us, so you definitely want it.
Woo!
Oh yeah!
Can't wait to whoop your guys' butt from the bank.
I got another reason to blow some smoke.
You know the smoke is coming. You know the smoke is coming. It's gonna be a good time though. It's gonna be a fun.
And I'm gonna be like Haz. I'm gonna start stealing his bank spots, like he stole Chuck fishing spot.
If I am coming out there that day and I see you in my bank spot, you're going in the water, son. You're going in the water. What's going on, Justin? Catfish is in the house. Justin, jump in on the bank tournaments. It's getting going. we talking bank.
How's it going, Justin?
We have to change his channel name to Bank Catfish.
What's that?
You have to change his channel name to Bank Catfish then.
Yeah. Oh, they'll really be mad at him then if he starts Bank Catfish. They're like, get your butt back out in the kayak.
I think I'm gonna be getting the boat one too, though.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, I think that we're gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, I gotta check with my partner. I know he about to do some vacation time, so I'm gonna see what his schedule like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that bank tournament's rolling. I know there's a lot of people that kind of wait towards the end of the month until they figure things out and join. But if you join, it'll get more people interested. They see people are signing up, and then next thing you know, you got 10 people in there, and it's a good time. So if you're on the fence, come on in.
Yeah, and I suggest that with the boat one too. If you're gonna do the boat, get in it. You know, more people will start joining. If you're already out there fishing in the boat, why not put something up and have a chance?
Yeah, absolutely. Because the thing is, I'm already out there, so it's just something extra to do when I'm out there already fishing, doing the live streams from the bank, and then it's just one extra step, taking a picture of the fish and then releasing it, and then submitting it. So it just adds to the to my value. I just like to have fun. I like to talk trash and compete, and I'm like this with my friends. I'm competitive about anything. We do football pools every week, and most of the time I won once last year and I won once this year. But that's a $10 buy-in every week. I just put it in there just to do it, just to compete. That's just my nature.
Don't tell them nothing, but let them do it.
I didn't do the fantasy league this year, but the last 3 years that I was in a fantasy league, I won. Just saying.
I know, Buck. I know, man. I done left my board there. Luckily, Richard went fishing there the next day. Found my board. He couldn't find my net the next day, but he got my board back. I need to stop leaving stuff behind, man. Oh, man. I'm always leaving something, losing something. Yesterday, I was at the mountain. I left my bait at the top of the mountain, so I had to walk back up the mountain. And then at the end of the night, when I was walking back up the mountain, my GoPro fell off my tripod somewhere. I didn't know how far down the trail, but once I got to the top of the mountain, I was loading stuff in the truck. I'm like, "Where's my GoPro at?" I had to walk back. Luckily, it's only halfway down the mountain. Then I found the GoPro.
Dan, I don't know if you saw that. Fishing Chick is saying she can't find the boat entry login.
All right, I'll put a link in there right now.
Woo! We got 10 entered now into the bank tournament.
I did put a post out on my community tab too with all the boards and the boat tournament as well, so they can always find it there if they're looking later.
Yeah, that's how I found it. I went on yours and looked it up on the community.
I'll share it now.
That's Green Machine Outdoors. No vowels except for the outdoors.
Yeah, sometimes
no
we do.
vowels
Sometimes
except
we
for
don't.
the outdoors. Yeah, I'm gonna be out there tomorrow on the bank. I'm gonna go out there tomorrow night and do some more bank fishing.
You guys
I'm
been
gonna
finding
do
some fish on the bank.
Going to do some recon. I'm gonna go to a spot that I haven't been at in a while and see how it is. See how it's hitting. Mac Fishing is in. We got another Potomac River.
That's Mac.
Yep, another Potomac River participant in the tournament.
Potomac River in there.
There you go, Fishing Chick. Green Machine just dropped the link in there. That's for the boat one.
There's the boat tourney. I'm not scared of y'all big fish catches. Hey, look,
Yeah,
Mac,
all
we
for
was
fun.
all there at
All
one
for
point,
fun.
and then we just got lucky and started catching some big fish.
Pretty much. I thought I was doing something with a 17-pound fish. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Now it's like, it's just another one of these.
Throw that thing back.
Oh, man. But yeah, I had to figure out a way to compete because I know I was going to be able to run any tournaments or put any tournaments together for the next couple of weeks. So this one I can just go out when I got time, you know. And that's the best. That's the best part about it. When you're doing these month-long tournaments, just whenever you have time, you go out and you fish, and you have a good time doing it.
Trying to figure out why Chunky ain't signed up for it yet. He must be scared.
Chunky definitely scared. Chunky's scared. He's a rookie for real.
He don't want no smoke.
He's gonna. He needs to give me all of his bait casters because he can't even cast them right.
I got some spinning ones in the garage you can have.
He give me all his bait casters. I'll trade him all my spinning reels for his bait casters.
Yeah, buddy.
And that's the good thing too, because it's not live. You don't have to go to spots that have service. You can go to your most remote, best bank spots,
taking a picture with your phone,
and go fishing. Because all you're doing is taking a picture and upload it into the app. You'll have enough service to upload into the app.
Just got to get GPS. That's all. And you get that pretty much everywhere. That's the one thing I like a lot about the tournaments. You can just kind of go out and turn the cameras off and just fish, and you're still doing something and working towards a goal.
Yep. And then you can also, record and get content out of it.
I'm trying to make a video.
Talk trash about how you beat Brian in the bank tournament.
We're gonna learn this next month.
And it gets to be really fun when Saturday rolls around and everybody's out on the water and you're talking smack to each other and you're watching the leaderboard go up, 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 up.
Yep, you're gonna see it. Like, what I'll do is, and most people are on Facebook. I'll put a group thing together. You guys can talk trash. If you catch a bigger fish and take over somebody, then you can just start blowing smoke at them and get. But when you blow smoke at them, you're gonna get them pissed off, and they're gonna go out there. They're gonna go out there. Maybe when there's only gonna go 1 day a week, they're gonna go out there 4 days this week and try to get
right.
You wouldn't do that, would you, Dan?
Never. If I talk trash to Dan, Dan's like, all right, I'm going out there. I don't care how many hours I got to be out there. Not going. I'm gonna get a bigger fish ahead.
Oh yeah.
And normally he does. Jeez.
And when you catch fish the size of fish that Dan and I catch.
Oh God, here it comes.
Dan and I.
The good thing is sturgeon do not qualify for this tournament.
They're long gone anyway.
They cannot submit sturgeons.
Right, because we don't have a board big enough. We need
that one fish right there would
win.
He wouldn't even have to submit anymore. He'd be good off of one fish.
Yeah.
I'd go up against the wells. I'd take that against the wells.
What's going on? Kane is in the house. What's up, champ?
The good thing about the bank tournaments here, it already looks like there's a whole lot of interest. I know the first one we did was free, and there were over 40 people interested. Yeah. And that's just the beginning of it. If it takes off like that, you can do weekend-long tournaments. You can do 24-hour tournaments. You can do 8-hour tournaments. It's just endless possibilities.
Endless opportunities. Like with the kayak tournaments, we'll have 8-hour tournaments. They start at 8 a.m. and then or 7 a.m. and then they go until 2 p.m., 3 p.m. normally. If we get enough people into it, that can be something that we look at for January. endless opportunities. And
Yeah,
with the
Mike's
24-hour
good.
tournaments, you do not have to fish the whole 24 hours, just like you don't have to fish the whole month long. You can go out there for 8 hours, 16 hours, however long you want.
Or you can do a couple trips, but Mike's really good about listening to people. I mean, we've done weekend long tournaments. We've done 1 week long tournaments. It's whatever people want to do. He'll set it up. So
whatever they want to do.
Even come up with something. We've done slot tournaments, but big fish is where it's at.
Right now, winter time, big fish is what we're doing. The slots, if that's something that's open, we can do that in the springtime for the people that don't have, the fish to compete with everybody else. You can do like up to 32-inch fish. So any fish up to that, and that's your slot limit.
And
so
speaking of that, if your waters aren't that great and you still want to get on it, plan a trip. You don't have to fish your own waters. It's a national event. You can fish wherever you want. That's true. I do a lot of vacationing down on the Tennessee River because I have family down there. So I'll take a kayak or the boat, maybe even this upcoming month, and I'll fish the Tennessee River for a weekend, and those fish all still count.
Epic, he drives like minimum of 4 to 5 hours to go fish the waters. He goes for donkey waters.
No penalty for talking about sturgeon either, Jody. But the thing is, if you are going to enter, if you think, well, I'll just wait, don't wait. Go ahead and enter, because by November 31st at midnight, that's it. You can't all of a sudden get to December 10th and say, wow, look, nobody caught any fish. I'm going to go down to the Tennessee. I'm going to enter. Yeah. Nope. You have to enter ahead of time.
Stan, you're talking like you have experience with that before. Did you miss a tournament like that?
Yeah, I missed that second bank tournament.
Oh, Jody done entered. We got Jody in the house. And the good thing is you guys get real time, up to date. As soon as you submit it, boom, it's updated. It's up there. And anybody can look at it. So people that aren't in the tournament, that aren't participating in it, you guys want to support, your biggest, the people that you like the most. You want to support Haz, you want to support Brian, you want to support Jody, you want to see what the scores are. Anybody can log in, or not even you don't even have to log in. Anybody can go to it and see, who's winning at the time.
The leaderboard.
That does bring up another good point, though. So on that same front, the idea is you submit your fish as you catch them, so you're good and the fish are on the board. There have been instances where people sandbag, which means they'll kind of hold their fish off and kind of keep an ace in the hole until the end of the month and submit them. You actually have rules built in, so you can't do that. So that's one thing to keep in mind. You want to make sure you get those fish submitted the day you caught them. Otherwise, there's a good chance they won't count.
Yes, it's got to be in with a certain amount of time.
Yeah, I know, Bill. Well, the bank tournament actually started, I think it was September was the first one.
I think you're right.
September, then we had October, November. Yeah, September was the first one that we did it.
That was the free month.
Yeah, that was the free month. So it actually started in September. I'm just piggybacking on it and trying to make it bigger and get more people involved into it. And hopefully we can keep it rolling and keep it growing, and we roll right on into the springtime next year.
But yeah, the object is to grow all these tournaments. There is, like I said, there's also the boat tournament. A lot of people don't like to go out on the water in vessels in, November, December, January. Yeah. So that's where the bank comes in there. But as it gets to next year, and you want to go in the kayak one, or if there's enough people involved, there'll be all three categories. And there could be one with everybody, with a bank, boat, or kayak. It's
if you're like Dan, he goes out there and does the kayak for like the first 5 days of the month, fills out his board, puts a big enough lead on everybody, and then he just plays around in the boat the rest of the month. So
then he's like, okay, Stan,
and the boat tournament and win both of them, or try to win.
I don't know
both
about
of
that.
That's when Dan's like, okay, Stan, I'll pick you up at 6. All right, see ya.
Yeah, 5 in the morning. Stan's talking about, I gotta get ready. Dan's coming at 6.
Dan, I caught a good one last night. We got a boat on Sunday. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about this month-long tournament. You have plenty of time to figure out and find that bite. If they're not biting today, you still got tomorrow. You got the next day. You got plenty of time to figure it out.
It just makes you such a better angler. You always hear us say time on the water when we're out fishing. It doesn't mean like just put in your time and you'll find them. It means like spend consecutive days out there. Spend 4 days out of the 7-day week, and you'll figure out what these fish are up to. And
Yep.
being in a tournament like that where there's constantly lead changes, it makes you want to get out there all the time. And
Well-
at the end of the day, you just become a much better angler, and you know your water's so much better.
And also, you hit one bank spot and you're there. Man, they just ain't biting today. And all of a sudden, bam, there's Brian B putting some fish up there. There's Haz. You're like, oh, the heck with this. I'm going to another spot.
Yeah. Instead of going home, you're grinding, trying to find some more fish.
Yep, like
Usually you do find them, and you figure something out, and you learn something.
you're like, sorry, honey, I'm gonna be late for dinner, but I gotta catch up to Haz.
Boom, 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 Steve.
Uncle Steve with the float.
New Year's Eve, I'm gonna be out on the water when everybody yelling Happy New Year's. I'm gonna be throwing my rods in.
Brian's like, I need 3 more inches. 3 more inches.
Oh, that's right. This
Oh,
does
man.
end on New Year's Eve, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's awesome. There's so much potential.
I got a feeling you're going to see some people out there. 10, 9, 8. Come on, wait, 7. Come on.
They're trying to snag a fish.
We need a New Year's tournament. Oh man, a New Year's Eve tournament, bringing in the new year with some big fish.
That's a good way to start the new year off. Winning.
Start the new year off right or wrong, depending on if you win or lose.
Make sure, like 11:59, you join the January
with a frown or a smile. Everybody gonna be looking at you like, "What's wrong with you?"
But
Yeah,
the object
New Year's
is
Eve doesn't go
have enough fish caught by then already that you just kicking back at home watching the other entries come up on there. Yep, they can't do it. They ain't
I
catching
know
me.
somebody out there New Year's Eve. I'm going out there.
That's also the
got
problem.
one for
When
the
you have a
boat
lead, you still
tournament.
want to catch bigger fish. So you just
There you go,
out.
Dan.
Boat
This
tournament.
your chick just joined the boat tournament.
There we go. All right.
We got one for the boat tournament.
It's growing, and whoever asked before about that 9-foot single pontoon boat, that's eligible for the boat tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, if it floats, it's a boat.
If it floats, it's
Unless
a boat.
it's a kayak.
Unless it's a kayak.
Is that eligible in the?
And swimming after they caught the
Oh,
sturgeon.
you can't use the kayak in the boat
Kayak in
tournament.
the boat tournament.
Nope, it's got
Nah.
to be sold as a boat.
Yeah, just
Kayak,
like
Really?
in the kayak tournament, can't go backwards and do it.
Yeah, at least for right now. We'll see what the future holds for that, but like I wouldn't mind taking down some boats in my kayak. I
I
do
love
that all the
competing
time.
against boats. I love it. You know,
Yeah.
that's why
Well-
when I do you has what it says, I'm like, no, you can go ahead. You can fish in the boat. I'm
Yeah,
fishing in
who
the
cares?
kayak. I don't
Oh,
care.
I don't mind, but for now, the idea was we have boat tournaments, we have bank tournaments, we have kayak tournaments. Enter the one that you're fishing on. So
Yeah.
there is not a kayak tournament for December. So pick boat or bank. Those are your options.
Yeah.
Carolina Catfish just signed up. What we up to 11?
I don't know.
It's rolling in.
Yeah, it's rolling in.
Should have worked out.
Rolling. Rolling. Let's
Yeah,
see.
let us
We
say.
got 12.
Yeah,
now. 12.
This is really where I dropped the ball. We had Kayak Mike on for right before the month-long free one, and then we kind of had other things going on. And when it got to that to the end of September, where it was going to have to be paying for the next month, that's kind of where we dropped the ball and didn't get him back up and didn't really start promoting it a lot again. So that's where this is going to be good. Dan's been pushing for getting some other categories in here.
I feel like you're setting yourself up to miss it again. You better sign up tonight before you forget.
I
That's
know.
all we're gonna hear about all December. If you want to sign up.
As soon as Mike sent it to me, I signed up ASAP. I know there's been times like where I almost missed the kayak one, you know,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you get so busy, you know, you're doing some other thing, you're doing a live, and you're like, oh man, dang, it's 10 o'clock. I need to sign up. It's always the 24-hour ones where, you know, those 8-hour, 24-hour ones. Those are the ones I always forget about.
Freddie says, "Shh, you're hurting Brian's feelings."
Woo, I can't wait. And now I got another thing I gotta lug down to Donkey Island. I gotta carry this board down there with me too. Oh, man.
Bex is saying Brian's too chill for tournaments.
Tonight he
I don't
is. I think Brian done talked himself out all weekend, man. He's all
weekend I've been running my mouth. Shoot. I got a month to prepare for this one. I get my the week before.
Look at that right there.
Nervous.
Potomac River says it's too cold, but I'll sponsor someone to fish. Right there.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know Smoke don't like the cold, man. He talks about that all the time. He don't like the cold. He's like, nope, too cold. I ain't going out there till it gets
going out there jump all year round. All year round. Boat, bank.
Hey, there you go. He's got another idea there, though.
We've done that tournaments. And we've actually got some guys who've almost won the overall tournaments by catching really big channel cats. They catch like 35, 40-inch channel cats all the time.
So this tournament is a catfish tournament. I mean, you can submit your channel cats. You can submit flatheads. You can submit blues. They all count. But I don't know how big channel cats get in your waters.
They can get huge in some waters.
They're going off length.
Yeah, it goes off of length. It goes off of length.
So they don't have to get fat. They just have to get long.
Gonna love seeing the pictures come in. I know. Now I can't wait till December 1st, man. Like, dang.
Yeah, you got
he might get in
there. We got some time. But that's time to get your boards ordered, get your warm weather gear if you don't have it. Make sure you guys are
check your spots.
Yeah, scout your spots out and all that stuff.
Get those boards ordered tonight. But even if they don't come in, you can still be registered and just start fishing whenever your board comes in.
That happened to me the first tournament I did. I ordered it and didn't come in until like the 6th day of the month. But you still have plenty. You have the whole rest of the month to catch up.
You got plenty of time.
And this is just an idea. Like we said, $13. If you order that board, it doesn't hurt to have a backup. This you can always just keep right in with your you can keep it in a backpack, you can keep it right in your car, you can keep it wherever. So if by chance you do forget your other board or it's not going to be in by December 1st, $13 and you're good to go until your big board comes in. And then it never hurts to have a backup. Dan and I were fishing over the summer, and this is what we had in the back of the boat just for measuring the fish real quick. We're flying down the James, all of a sudden, back it went. And the Rapala board doesn't float, so you never know. It's always good to have a backup. Like Has left his board at the other ramp. If it wasn't lucky enough for Richard to find it, at least Has would have already had a backup that he could have gone back out there still that next day and still kept fishing. So,
and another good lesson, if you watched my live stream 2 weeks ago, make sure you have a second identifier with you because sometimes they disappear.
That was about Jesse. I forgot to ask that count, right, Dan? We did get it clear enough.
Yeah.
I can't see any timeouts from here. No, I'm not on the YouTube thing, but I don't know what happened, but hey, got to keep it clean if that did happen. I'm too cheap to start, but I ordered the Rapala one. The Rapala one is a great one to start off with. Hey, look, you're just getting into it. You're just getting into the game. Go with the cheaper option. It's going to get you out there. It's also, it folds up real small, compact, like Stan was saying. Nothing's wrong with that. And that's perfect for bank fishing.
Yeah, the only issue with the Rapala board is you do have to have a backer board on it. So if you set it down on the ground, it's going to kind of conform to whatever shape ground you lay it on. So you do have to have like a 2x4 underneath it to make sure that it's completely flat and not going to bend at all. That's the one rule with the Rapala board.
Gotcha.
So if you have it mounted, I think I forgot what the rule says because I don't really use the Rapala board, but I think it's got to be permanently mounted to a 2x4 or something.
Okay, so and it does have like screws, so you can like mount it to something. Exactly. It does have holes for the screws.
Yep. Right, there you go.
Boom! You can just screw it right to a board.
Yep. So you got to lock out both of those hinges. It has 2 spots that fold on there. You got to make sure those are both locked out.
I don't see nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. We ain't worried about it.
Yeah, it's in the rules if you look in the Facebook group, it's in there somewhere. Unless it was removed for the bank tournaments, but I haven't looked through the bank tournaments rules.
Net, did someone say, Freddie, do not remind me. My net is gone. My awesome net is gone. Now I got to go I gotta get some time, and I gotta go fly out to the anglers. Well, not really fly, but drive out. It's like 45 minutes away and see
I'm
what type
about to
of shit
say
they
it
got.
ain't that far from you.
Has got the helicopter coming in to take them out to the.
But I mean, because it's still like a 50-minute drive. I gotta fly out there, man.
You
Go see
got
what they got. Because the nets,
He meant fly like fly.
the net that I want, they don't ship anymore. Because it had that extended pole. Because fishing bank spots on the Potomac River, 1 minute I can net the fish, and then 4 hours later, when the tide dropped 3 feet on me, now I can't net the fish with the net I got. So you need that extra, that extra pole.
where you coming from 95 right there, you might be able to cross. Might be better off going the other way.
Yeah, Carolina Catfish Hunter says put the identifier in a Ziploc bag with a fishing weight. I'd also throw a notebook and scripto marker in your tackle bag.
Just in case something happens to it. I've had I don't know what happened. I forgot it, but I had to end up using my iPad one day to write the thing on there. I had to use my iPad. I know Dan had to use his other phone.
Oh my goodness, it was terrible.
Because if you don't have the identifier, the fish is not going to count. It has to have the identifier in there.
That's a non-negotiable.
Yeah, the identifier will be available December 1st. That's when the identifier. As soon as the goes live, the identifier goes live.
The reason for that is that keeps it honest, because this way you can't have a picture already or somebody else catch the fish. You've got to have the identifier there in the picture, and that identifier is only good for that month. At midnight on the 1st of each month, that new identifier is out, and that's what you have to put. If you go fishing at 12:01 on the 1st, it'll be that new identifier that you got to use.
Yeah, Michael, it's not that it can be done, but the company won't ship it. They're like, they have pickup only for this net. And I know why, because I bought the net the first time and it was $55 shipped to my door, and it's like
it's a big
net. The net is huge. I don't know, and it came like 3 weeks later. I had to call up there. I'm like, yo, where's my net? It still hasn't shipped yet. They were like, well, the post office saying they wasn't gonna take it. We had to figure out. They had to go through some things, but they ended up showing up at my door. But I know they probably had to pay $25 just to ship a net, and
they done lost $5 plus $60 to ship.
They lost money on that deal. So after that one, they was like, "Oh, we ain't shipping this net ever again." They took it off their website. So, but man, I don't know. I'll need that net back. I need to figure out how they can get me one.
Jeremy's Tournament Cats, we kind of covered that earlier, but we'll just do it quick. This is the cheapest version. It's the Rapala board. Dan's got the next cheapest one right there.
This one's still pretty pricey. I don't recommend this one at all.
Yeah, that one's $60. If you're going to go that one, you might as well go with that one because that one's the same.
And this is the board. This is the board that eventually they're probably going to move all to. It's the Muskie bumper board.
Right order here. With all fence. Order with the 5.5-inch fence.
These are the angles that we have right now. We have 12 people signed up. But let me show you. We got the Rapala. It is $13.99 right now on Amazon. And then you have the Muskie bumping board. The link is in the description for each board place you can get them. It's in my description as well as the link to sign up.
Yeah, if you notice the pictures up there, they have the back fence on them, and the one Stan has actually doesn't have the back fence. So you can kind of preference that whatever you want. He'll customize it to whatever your preference is.
You can go with
they put the stickers on.
You can go with the sticker, the 40 by 60-inch sticker, and you can get your own PVC like material and cut it 40 to 60, and you can tape that on there. That's a $20 option plus whatever it is to get the board, or you can put it on a board, just a regular piece of wood. You can go with the bump and go. That's a $54.99 option. That's 60 inches long. It doesn't fold. And then you can go with the 60-inch Muskie bumper right here, the $840.99. Now, when you're going with this one, you want to make sure it's left-handed. You want the bump to be on the left-handed side. That's how you want it to be. But you can go with either one of those. Any Muskie bumper, 60-inch board, or the Amazon Rapala
And if you do the tape, and you make your own board, you just have to send in a video to Kayak Mike to get it approved for accuracy before you actually can use it.
Yes, that is correct. Because we want to make sure that it's laying flat, the sticker's laying flat, there's no creases or folds or anything like that. Want to make sure it's right.
Question says, what's the matter with a true tape? Well, we're just doing a tournament for money, so you want to make sure that everything's fair for everybody. So we're trying to use just a couple things that we all agree to measure things with to make sure we're getting consistent measurements and trying to keep the playing field as level as possible.
Yeah, and also trying to measure fish with just a measuring tape is going to be it's going to be challenging. It's going
people measure it different, because if you take a tape and you're holding it at the tip and you run it over the top of the fish and back down, well, you're giving yourself a lot of extra inches. So
now you're getting the curve of the fish too as well, not just the length.
Yeah, it's got to be
that's why we keep it uniform across the board.
And I guarantee if you're keeping fish and that game warden shows up, he's not going to take a tape measure and run it over the top of the fish. He's going to run it. No. He's going to have a flat board. That's what they put him to measure them on. So
yeah,
if you're barely making it with a tape that's running over the top of it, you better not keep, not catfish per se, but trout or bass or any other species that have a size limit or creel.
Yeah, so Jeremy, there's a boat and a bank tournament out there. So you could do both if you wanted to, or you could just pick one. So I know you've got the boat. You also have the option to fish from the bank. So choose whatever you like.
Keep in mind with the board, if you got a car, that board might not fit in your car unless it's old.
6 inches is a long measuring board.
Yeah. You might want to get that folding one because it's going to be sticking out the window going down the road.
But at the same time, if you got to mount the folding one to a 2x4, it's 60 inches still anyway. Unless you find a way you can rig it up at your spot.
All right. I just got an example of the payout too, so you guys see how the payout looks. This is from Kayak Mike. All the money. He's very open with it. He doesn't show you guys. I mean, he'll show you anything. He's open about it. You have, let me go on here. So you have the $40 entry fee. This is what actually goes into a $38.44. The app itself takes, what's that, $2, a little over
very minimal fee.
$1.66 it takes. Cat King, this right here goes into, there's a Cat King tournament. Dan will be able to tell you more about that. That's like once a year. Once a year. So all the money for all the tournaments, all this money goes into a Cat King tournament, and that just adds to the pot that they do once a year. Here's the big fish right here, the $10 big fish. That was a $60 payout. And then the $27.44, that's what goes to the first place, second place. Payout, first place was $124, first place, and second place, Dan got his money back. Then big fish was $60 right there.
And two really important things to notice is that the fee that the app is taking is extremely small. There are other tournament management systems that'll take over $5 per entry. So Kayak Mike has the setup to get as much money back to the anglers as possible. You'll also notice that he's not taking a cut of any of it himself. So a lot of tournament managers, they'll take a cut just to kind of run the thing. So the pot, if you put a $30 pot in, you might have $12 going to the pot by the time all said and done. And that's not happening here. So out of your $40, $37.42 is making the pot, which is pretty awesome.
He's completely open, upfront, transparent, doesn't even take any money, runs all the stuff out of the kindness of his heart. And he's definitely, great ambassador of the online catch photo release tournaments. A lot safer for the fish too as well, because we're catching them, taking a picture of them, and send them on their way.
The only thing that he does or he gets in return is he gets to enter one tournament for free per month. So if he's on the list, that's not added to the pot. So, and we actually had to force him to do that because he was doing it all for free and didn't want any benefit. And we're like, dude, you're putting hours into this. You got to have some kind of benefit here.
Yeah.
So he gets one tournament for free per month that he gets to fish.
And Max said December 1st got to come on.
Oh, yeah.
Where are we at? And then now we're into, I think we got 12 anglers now. So now we're into this, that 9 to 14. Once we get to 15, now the payout will add to first, second, third, and then fourth place will get their money back.
Oh, it's
The more people get in, the better it is. The harder
It's
it
easily
is
hitting
to win, but the more payouts, the more places there is too as well. So it's just more fun.
Those pots can add up quick.
Oh yeah, definitely will add up quick.
And it is no cutoff as far as amount.
Nah, this thing
No,
there could be 100 people in
everybody
there.
doing it on their own. So.
Yeah, the more the merrier. The more the merrier.
Or if you look on Fishing Chaos and you poke around the other tournaments, they do a lot of redfish tournaments in saltwater, and they have like 200 people in there. It's ridiculous. It's like $5,000 to win it. It's crazy.
Yeah, and like the bass tournaments, a lot of the kayak bass tournaments and stuff, they're very big on this. It's a catfish community that's now just starting to get in on the online stuff, and eventually we can make it big where you get 200 people into these tournaments, and then there's thousands of dollars for places and stuff like that. But
yes, Lloydies we have cat,
and we'll grow from there.
Lloydies, we have cat flathead blues. They both get over 4 foot long.
I saw a question from Jeremy. He said, are the boat and bank different tournaments? Yes, they are. You can enter both or just one, but if you're on the bank, you're strictly bank. You have to be able to park in a parking lot and walk to your spot. You can't boat to a spot and then get out and bank fish. And if you're in the boat, it's boat fishing. So you can do both of them and fish a lot in December, or you can just do one.
How many fish is it for the boat?
It's 5.
Okay.
5 big fish. Yeah,
So
we're trying to keep it consistent.
Biggest fish. It's the same exact format, same exact rules, except for there's a 4 rod limit from the bank. From the boat's unlimited.
Limited by the state regulations.
And for the boat, you're registering your boat. So no matter who's out on the boat fishing with you, whatever fish you catch on your boat, the total goes for that boat.
I'm taking Courtney out with me. She catches the monsters.
You're lucky charm.
As long as it's not sleeping up front, she'll catch a big fish.
Oh man, Kevin's funny. Kevin's in the house. He messaged me just now trying to see his name pop up because I was on the Facebook page. So he's trying to see his name pop up. What's going on, Kev? I am seriously thinking about coming out of hibernation and participating in this tournament. Come on out, Potomac River. I'm telling you, man, what you need to do is there's things you need to invest in. Number one, you need to invest in some waterproof insulated bibs, which you'll wear. You'll wear your sweatpants. You can wear your long johns underneath. You can wear your sweatpants.
You can wear onesie. You can wear onesies underneath there, like the Tennessee guys.
And then you wear your bibs. Then you wear your hoodie. Then you can put on your catfish, clothing 3-in-1. That thing right there keeps you warm. I got my jacket. I wear it all the time. And if you want Has 20, go over to Catfish Clothing. They are sponsoring this event and putting some prizes up too as well. Use Has 20 and get you 20% off on anything over there too. Or whatever big coat you got. You just layer up, and have some windbreaker for that, that bite. And get a buddy heater. I know in DC you can't light fires, so keep a buddy heater with you.
Boom, boom, boom. Jeremy's Tournament Cats with the 99-cent sprinkle. Thank you, Jeremy. Y'all check out Jeremy's Tournament Cat. But yeah, so that Jeremy,
60 inches is how long. The longest fish I've ever seen measured is Dan's, and that's a 51-inch fish.
Yep. You can use different boards, like here's a 48-incher, but I've actually won a tournament because somebody caught like a 54-inch flathead and they only got 48 inches of credit for it. And I had just better fish that added up to more than their score. So you only get credit for as long as your board can measure. So get the 60-incher.
Yeah, there you go. Insulated coverall. Insulated coveralls.
Unfortunately, Roger, sturgeon do not count.
No sturgeons, no emerging sturgeons up in here. But if Stan wants to, he can go run a sturgeon tournament. We can
But
not in Virginia.
Technically, I can't in Virginia.
That's true because you're not legally allowed to fish for
If
it.
you happen to hook into one, you can catch it. But you're not supposed to target sturgeon.
Yeah.
But they are making a great comeback. It's real interesting. They're really interesting fish. They're making a great comeback. You're going to see a bunch more of them next year. jumping out of the river. And
Yeah, believe it or not, Stan caught one like 4 months ago. He's already got publications out about him.
that's right. I did some research.
He's the foremost expert.
He's the most expert in the world on sturgeons. He's going to be at the Sturgeon Con.
The only one there, sitting there with his picture.
It'll be me and my Uncle Urod.
It's gonna have a prototype sturgeon rod. It's gonna have a ruler on the side of it, so when you catch your fish, you can just measure right there.
That's right. That's how you do it.
All the fish is gonna be marked in inches. What's going on, David? Appreciate you popping up in here. Oh man!
Time to go look for the snow pants.
It's the new channel name would be Epic Sturgeon. Yes, you have a chance, Roger.
The sad part is that wasn't even a huge one.
Get her done. Kayak Mike is in the house. What's going on, Kayak Mike?
Yep.
We went over all the rules. We've been just in here, shooting it, having a good time. We actually got 12 anglers already signed up for the bank tournament this month.
And we had at least one more person sign up for the boat. I heard a couple other people are interested in it.
We got 2 people signing for the boat. I think you're going to have probably at least 3 or 4 more going and sign up for the boat tournament.
The real question is, what's Kayak Mike going to do next month?
Ooh,
interesting.
Is Kayak Mike going to be doing the bank? Or does Kayak Mike have a boat?
Nobody could register someone else's if he's going to fish with them a lot.
Yeah, that's true. I was watching Harry Potter 2 with the fam and fell asleep. I could still hop on. Yeah, you can still hop on, Mike. You can still come up here. Answer any questions that anybody else has. We just up here, having a good time.
This tournament be live.
Hop on up here. Will any of this tournament be live streamed? Well,
these guys
will not be specific like day or anything like that where it's gonna. But I know I'm gonna be live streaming bank fishing. Stan's gonna be live streaming bank fishing. I know Brian's gonna be live streaming bank fishing. I know Dan is gonna be live streaming boat fishing. So you will be able to see us live out there fishing for the tournament.
And you never know when you get a bunch of us together what we might come up with on a certain day or time, or you never know. We could have James River, Potomac River, Tennessee River. You could have all of us up there on one time live stream fishing for the tournament, but it's not. You don't have to do it for the the tournament, the month long. That's just other stuff that you all might get to see because of it.
Oh,
boom.
Mike is in the house.
What's up, guys?
With the $2.
Mike, how's it going?
So Brian did sign up for the bank tournament. Brian signed up for the bank tournament. And you never know. I work fast. So I hit up Mike earlier today and was like, let's do this. Let's put this all together. So you never know. We may have anybody that is registered to the tournament. We may do an 8-hour tournament later on, or a 6-hour whatever tournament later on in the month. I'm just not gonna plan anything right now because I have a baby coming anytime now, so I'm just keeping that open. What's going on, Mike? How's it going with you?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Freddy's Outdoors Adventures 222. Y'all check out Freddy's Outdoors Adventures. Thank you, Freddy. Sorry about that, Mike.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, I'm just popping in and say hi. Has shot me the invite earlier, and I came home from bowling and started watching Harry Potter 2 with the family. Next thing you know, I'm out.
Movie time is sleep time, that time to get me some, especially after a long day's work, and it's winter, cold, gets dark early. I know how that goes. I know exactly how that goes. I can see it now. Razor wire around the bank spots on the Potomac so Chunky can't get it.
There'll be bear booby traps out there and stuff.
I'm gonna put on caution tape sign around my bank spots and make it look like a crime scene so nobody goes there.
We've been telling Chunky to fish those things for months. He's too afraid.
So we have Kayak Mike up. This right here is the tournament director. He's been running. How long you been running the online tournament scene?
Oh, that's a good question. October of last year, at the latest. So I've been doing at least 3 events every single month since October of last year, hosting. At least 3. I mean, it could be upwards of 5 to 7. And I've been entering at least 3 every single month since before that. So, I mean, do the math. What's that? 15 times 3. I've hosted at least 45, and I've entered at least 45, just as an underestimate.
That's a lot. That's a lot of tournaments. That is a lot of tournaments. Are you going to slow down there? Or you just like, nope, I'm just in it.
This is my off season. I told everyone I am taking December through March off. So March I'm going to start competing again.
Gotcha.
I'm going to do an actual off season. But if anyone wants any events, I'll host anything. Like if anybody wants to do anything, I'll host 1v1s, 2v2s. If you guys are going to do like a month long or a weekly or like a weekend event, I do ask for at least 5. I don't want to say just to make it worth my time. It's just I do everything from scratch. I literally do everything from scratch. So the only admin fee we charge isn't even an admin fee. The only thing I ask, if I'm going to host your event on our platform, let me take $1 per angler entry and throw it towards our kayak Cat King pot, which is for the anglers. It's not even for me. It's for the anglers later on in the year, next year. So we do this thing called Cat King. $1 from every entry from every tournament goes to this Cat King pot. We do a Cat King tournament for kayak anglers. So that's the only thing I ask. If you're gonna use me and our hosting capabilities to take it out of your hands, just give me $1 per angler. Which, I mean, honestly, in most other scenes, you start off just the app alone is a $5 fee per angler. Then you have a PayPal fee, which is like $2 to $3. Then each organization charges $5 an angler. So like your $40 fee, you're looking at $28, $27 before you even start talking about giving any money to the anglers. Like that's insane in my opinion.
That is crazy. Almost half of it is
right off the jump. And that's a flat fee. That's not even percentages. In our situation, $37.44 of every $40 entry goes towards that tournament, and $38.44 goes towards the anglers. Like I take nothing. So
that's why I said you're open, you're transparent, you put everything out there so everybody knows what's going on, and we're gonna have some fun, guys. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna run this thing as long as you guys want to run it for the bank tournaments. We'll keep this thing going. I'll take it all the way. I fish all throughout the winter from the bank, so I'm gonna be out there, and we'll run this thing all the way up until springtime, and get more and more people involved in it.
And we had the $5 boom boom from Pontoon Jody Catfishing. She's saying she's the big fish winner here because Mike's Fishing Home did it. Tag Whisker Dreams, you're it.
I think I seen
Dreams is it. They're playing tag in the chat, guys.
Smack talk already. It's not even halfway through November.
Yeah, Catfish and Crappie's in the house too.
What's up, Mark?
Catfish and Crappie popping up in here. Well, we went over the boards, we went over the rules, we went over how to measure the fish and submit them. And if anything comes up, guys, any questions, anything you guys can think of, we have Kayak Mike here right now. He can answer them. Also, he's also a messenger away. I can always shoot him a message, or if you're friends with him, you can shoot him a message. He's usually quick about answering that. Here we go. Recently registered.
I'm about to say somebody did ask who was in it.
Look who just registered for the bank event. All right. Yeah, I can actually just run down. So you guys actually have 13 already.
Yeah.
Kyle Mike, Jose Gonzalez, Pontoon Jody, Taishim Loper, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, Tony Harrison, Freddie Beck, Ace Dandridge, Brian Proctor, Mark Prickett, DC Metro Angler, Mike Epperson, Bex Young, and yourself, Has.
Yep. And we have for first and second place, we have Catfish Beanie sponsored by Catfish Clothing. We got the Big Fish. It's going to be Uncle Lou's Rod too as well to add to the money pot. And the first non-place. So as people, I was telling them as more and more people get added, that first like non-place person that wins, that doesn't get any money, that highest rated person is going to be a terminal tackle pack they're going to win. So right now I think it'll be like the fourth place person, but more and more people come, it's just going to get moved further out.
Jeremy said he was getting in it Friday.
Yeah, Jeremy's coming into it on Friday. I know there's going to be some more people popping.
Was he going to do bank or boat?
Bank.
We're
Bank.
trying to get
Yeah, he said he wants to go after Brian B. He wants to smoke with Brian.
this fishing chick entered the boat one.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
all the boat anglers out there is a boat one that's running also.
There is
Dan's
a-
got Green Machine Outdoors got the information on that.
So he's going to show you the boat one too as well. You can sign up for both. You can sign up for one. You can sign up for the other. It doesn't matter.
And while he's
Whichever
getting
one
there-
you want to compete in, that's the one that you go for. They have the boat angler tournament right now, which has two people, Dan and Fishing Chick. Now I believe is the other two people that are in it.
Lisa Vickery. Whoops, that's the rules. Oh, and guys, both guys, I forgot to tell you, Dan, but down here, these sponsors has sponsors. So I told him for his event, I'm going to take all these off and I'm going to put all the sponsors for his specific event there. There's only two I request to leave on there. Jackson Kayak, just because I'm a Jackson Kayak team member and I run the events. And unless you have a competitor, leave Sandy Drifters on there because he is our only true sponsor who gives stuff away every single event. So if you have a competing sponsor, I mean, hey, I'll take it off. You know what I mean?
Santee Drifters, Jimmy Smith is awesome. He's been good to me. That's who I go through. I don't go through anybody else for the drifting weights. That's my guy to go to.
Love that dude.
I have so many of them. They're all in my truck, in the floor of my kayak. They're everywhere.
If you're wondering how to do anything, Kayak Mike's made a whole bunch of videos to talk about measuring fish, entering tournaments, how to do all those little pieces over on the Kayak Catfishing Tournaments YouTube channel.
Yeah, I will show
There's
you guys
a whole
that too.
playlist.
Now it's on the previous version. However, clicked on the wrong thing. However, it still applies. So if the Kayak Catfishing Tournaments channel down here, tournament system how-tos, and it's in order. So like how to find a tournament, how to register for a tournament, how to submit a fish, how to challenge a fish. They're not in like weird orders to where like you're going to learn something you don't need to know.
That's one thing we haven't talked about tonight is challenging fish, I don't think.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we go over that. I'll be right back, guys. Give me a second.
No problem. I can go challenge a fish right now in the month long just for fun.
Yep.
So month long, let's go challenge one of Dan's fish. I'm sure he's fished. All right.
Got a
So
couple in there.
we're going to challenge this big fish. So he has a 46-inch fish here. Boom, challenged it. So on my side, it doesn't look as good for you guys, but this is actually a great learning example too. So you can go in on your side, you can zoom in, etc. Our identifier this month is HOG, H-O-G. He has it right here. Funny story, Dan forgot his identifier and you had...
Oh, it was there. The fish knocked it off.
Oh, he had his identifier, got knocked off. So he had somebody like hold up a picture of the word HOG in his cell phone. So
live
he
stream.
That was live.
Yeah. So I can see it from my side, no problem. However, let's say I was one of you guys and you were like, oh, I don't see the identifier here. I think this is an illegal fish. What you do is you come, and everything from my PC I'm doing right now is applicable to the phone. You click on challenge, whatever reason you think it is. Oh, perfect. Bad ID, submit. Now on my side, I will see who submitted the challenge, what time they submitted a challenge, and I can go approve, deny, whatever the challenge. I can agree with them and delete the fish, or I could disagree with them and leave the fish on. So in this case, I'll be disagreeing because I can see the ID there. But not everyone has the same zooming capabilities that I have on the admin side. So I'll go and approve this, but that's how you challenge a fish. It's one way of helping the admins out. Like, let's say something egregious is happening that I somehow don't see throughout the month. You can hit challenge and you can send it. We don't have a lot of people who challenge. It's normally when it's like something that's... Funny thing is, normally when people know they screwed their own fish up, they're like, yo, Mike, I'm challenging my own fish, just so you know I'm sending it in. But it is a nice feature to help out the admins, and we want to stress this to help out the admins. There are some scenes that are known for having some upset anglers go in and challenge every single fish just for the sake of it. Just remember, I do get to see who challenges all the fish. So some people think it's anonymous, but man, we haven't had any issues though. No, we haven't had anybody get butthurt over anything and go and challenge like 100 fish in a tournament.
A good example of that is when we did the free bank fishing tournament, there were like 40 people in there. And one of the features of Fishing Chaos is all the tournaments that you are entered in, you can submit like one fish to them. Like, for instance, if you're doing a month long, a 24-hour, and something else, and it's all in the kayak, you just hit submit to all. And some people were doing that, and their kayak fish were showing up in the bank tournament. Yeah, there's Mike right there. So people were like, what the heck? These are kayak fish in a bank tournament. So they were able to challenge those and say, and then it was flagged, and we could take care of that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's fantastic.
Or if you're not sure, just reach out to Mike, and he'll be able to tell you if it's actually a rule violation or whatever.
Yep. What I'll also do has in the description here, I can hyperlink anything into here as well, like directly to your Facebook, my Facebook. I'll put the hyperlinks directly to our Facebook as well. Okay. I never check or answer email, so I have to be reached out via Facebook for me to get a response.
Gotcha. Email is my best way because I'm always constantly going in there and checking that thing. But if they message me on Facebook, I'll definitely respond just as fast.
Catfishing Crappie just said, I challenge Stan Sturgeon.
Foul hooked.
If there's any kayak guys watching, just remember, this is a strictly bank tournament. There's no kayak events going on in December, so you don't have to worry about mixing it up. But you can't kayak to a spot, bank fish, and then submit a fish. It's strictly drive to spot, foot to spot.
That's it. That's only. Now, if you're, for future reference, if you do, if you are kayak tournaments, you're allowed to kayak to a bank spot and fish from the bank. But it has to be, what are the rules for that? I know there's 1 or 2 rules.
Yeah, so the reason we had the kayak bank fishing allowed via the kayak weather, inclement weather, and bad conditions. Like, let's say your kayak isn't made to be on the Ohio River at 6 miles an hour sometimes. Well, we don't want those guys to not be able to compete. So we made it so if they can bank, or if they can get to a bank fishing spot via their kayak, if you beat your kayak, as long as you can see your kayak, you're good. And your rods have to be on the kayak at all times. You can't put a rod holder 100 yards away and be bank fishing. All your rods have to be on the kayak at all times. So your kayak essentially turns into a $1,000 rod holder at that point.
Yeah, it's a very, very expensive rod holder. I know there was one time I was fishing with Ryan Bortz, and I was out there in 4.5 mile current, and I already went through one trolling motor in like the first 2 hours of battery because the trolling motor was working so much, spot locking in that current. So I had to go bank it at that point so that I could have enough battery to get back for the trip. I was like, yeah, we got to bank this thing. But
I just realized I probably just shouldn't be hopping on Facebook willy-nilly during a live stream. I don't know who has said what in what chats.
Paz, can you do me a favor? Scroll up to Michelle Smith up there.
Oh, man. But I just want to say thank you guys, everybody that's supporting and joining into the tournaments. Let's have a good time. Let's have some fun. You can always tell more and more people, the more people that come out, the more fun it's going to be. And also the more money that you can win. You know, who doesn't like money? We all like some extra, chunk of change. You can start off the new year with a good chunk of change in your pocket.
For sure.
Here's an exact example of the October 8-hour tournament. It's exactly how it's broken down. Every angler pays $40, $1.56 fee for Fishing Chaos, Cat King, Big Fish 10. There's what's in your pot. Steven won 124. Dan took second, so he got his money back, and Steven won Big Fish. So this is how all the entries are actually figured out right there on the spot.
And he logs in and keeps track of everything. And he can always go back in and show you everything, how the breakdown was, if you have any questions about it. Does anybody have any questions? Tony says, are you listening, Brian B?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm just trying to get all this stuff off these notifications, so I'm just clicking stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have
Don't
no
worry
snack.
about it, Tony. I got you. It's on,
Me
buddy.
either, man. Roger, I bought like 3 packs of Debbie cakes, and they were gone in like 7 days. I was like, yeah, we're not gonna buy these again. Like, I haven't bought them for a while. Normally, I don't keep snacks in the house because they're no good.
Yeah, I got
And
2.
they get fat in all the wrong places.
Got 2
All right,
boxes
well,
I bought last night.
I think that's gonna wrap everything up. We got 89 awesome people up in here. Look at that! Look at that whip right there. That's probably top speed 200 something.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're
In
terrible.
December, I am not getting in the water swimming to a bank spot from the boat.
No swimming from the boat to the bank spot.
208, it's open to anybody. Fisherman
Nationwide.
Fisherman 208 asks, is this just an East Coast
It's
thing? No.
entire country. You know, United States is open to anybody.
You got
Ponds,
Texas.
lakes, rivers, just no pay lakes. No pay lakes are allowed.
And I want to give a shout out. My sister was out there, Michelle Smith. Today's her birthday, so happy birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday, Michelle. Happy birthday. No snacks.
What?
Rapala board screwed down again. Yes, so the Rapala board, it folds up. So if you're not fishing on a flat bank spot, you know, a bank spot that has pavement below it or something, that Rapala board is going to be folding all over those contours. So you want something that's going to lay flat underneath of it, like a 2x4 or something like that. So that way you get the right score.
The right measurements.
The right measurements, because at the end of the day, it's going to be hurting you. Well, actually, no. I don't know. It has to lay flat. It has to lay flat.
So the way the rule is acute angle. So if it's up, if it's visibly like this, I gotta deduct points because if it comes up, you're giving yourself length because it's a shorter board. If it's visibly bent away, you're just screwing yourself inches. So I just whatever you measure it at is what you get.
That's how. Great explanation right there. Great explanation. See you later. I appreciate you guys popping in here. 86 people in the house. I don't know how many thumbs up. Can't see them from here, but thanks, guys. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow from the bank. I'll be out there and I'll be able to answer some more questions. Go over something, show you guys how to measure the fish. I'll have my board out there too as well. So tight lines. God bless, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
You're going to get some practice.
We're going to have some fun.